How's it going, everyone? Jesse Slammarella here. I'm going to be doing a review for you tonight, and it's going to be a little bit different from usual. I don't really have a kind of set kind of plan or anything like that for it. I don't have anything pre-written out that I'm going to be going over. It's just going to be off the top of my head. Now, this album is the latest by Rob Zombie. This is the Electric Warlock Acid Witch Satanic Orgy Celebration Dispenser. Wow, what a mouthful that is. I'm not a big fan of the title. I get that he's trying to be unique and creative with his words and all that. But I think it's a bit much. I think you could have just stopped at the Electric Warlock Acid Witch and left it there. Or even just took the other half and called it the Satanic Orgy Celebration Dispenser, and even that just sounds like way too much. He's definitely topped and went far and beyond the last album title, that being the Venomous Rat Regeneration Vendor. Just like holy moly! But hey, that's Rob Zombie. He's very unique. He's very out there. He's got a lot of crazy, different ideas and ways of expressing himself, and that's definitely something he did in this album. He definitely took his liberties with the freedoms that he has, musically, idea-wise, maybe lyrically. I haven't read too much of the actual lyrics in this yet, but it's probably just your usual sex, drugs, alcohol, partying, good times, listen to tunes. I don't really think there's probably too much of an actual, serious message in this, just based on half the song titles in here. But it is what it is. In comparison to the last album, I'd say it's a minor step up. Both this album and Venomous Rat Regeneration Vendor, I would say, is better than Educated Horses, that's for sure. However, Educated Horses did have a few good tracks, so it's the good with the bad. I mean, this album definitely has some grooves in it, has some hooks in it, has a few songs that'll definitely have you bobbing your head. Like, for instance, In the Bone Pile is a really good one. In the Age of the Consecrated Vampire, We All Get Highs. It's pretty decent. While Everybody's Fucking in a UFO has like a pretty decent riff in it. I'm not a big fan of the song itself or like the video by any means. Just I'm not a fan of like sexual things in music, but sometimes depending on how they are done, it can be amusing, but just I don't know. I just found that really silly, but that's just me. Medication for the Melancholy is okay. Satanic Cyanide, The Killer Rocks On. That's a pretty good track. I like that track, I gotta say. Same with The Life and Times of a Teenage Rock God. I like that one, but I don't know. It seems a little self-proclaiming. It seems a little pat on the backy type of message. Like he's like, I am a teenage rock god. But I could be wrong. I mean, I haven't listened to all of the lyrics in it. He might be just saying that's what the media is thrusting upon him, making him seem like this. But the way the song title goes and the main verse in the chorus, like the lyrics in the chorus, make it sound like he's kind of just patting himself on the back and building himself up. I mean, there's nothing wrong with confidence, but there's a little line there where it's like confidence, ego, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just analyzing it too much, or just need to read the lyrics a little more. So yeah, the title of the album's ridiculous. Some of the titles in this album is a little ridiculous, but not bad. The lyrical content, like I said, I haven't gone through it with a fine-tooth comb or anything, but it doesn't seem like there's anything super smart being said here or super like really really important. It's just classic kind of fun, go get 'em Rob Zombie kind of tunes. Just very bouncy, very energetic, very high level of like bombastic kind of tunes. I don't really see anything on here being close to the level of the Hellbilly Deluxe 1 and 2. Um, the Life and Times of a Teenage Rock God is probably like a better single than Everybody's Fucking in a UFO. That's for sure. I mean, there's some better songs on there than that, I think. Um, all in all, it's actually a 9-track album because the first song is an intro. They have this kind of like a little skit thing for a hearse that overturns with the coffin bursting open. That song is just kind of like a little skit thing, instrumental. And then Super Doom Hex Gloom Part 1 is also a little skit thing. So really, I think it's about 9 full legit new songs. I would definitely still recommend checking it out, giving it a listen to. Obviously, I would buy this album because I mean I did. There's the back. There's the back. There's the front. Here's the inside. Because I love Rob Zombie. I like White Zombie and stuff like that. I'm more than likely just going to get everything he does, movie-wise, music-wise. Just because I like him. I like what he does. Whether, it has ups and downs, doesn't really matter to me. But I would definitely recommend checking this album out before purchase. Because if you're more of a fan of the Hellbilly Deluxe 1 and 2 era, this is kind of like a downfall from that. But it is definitely better than Educated Horses, in my opinion. It's definitely better than Rat Regeneration Vendor. But it's only like just a notch up. Like if Rat Regeneration Vendor was a 7 out of 10, this Electric Warlock Acid Witch thing would be an 8 out of 10. Like it's just one notch higher. But yeah, it still doesn't fall as good as the Sinister Urge or the Hellbilly Deluxe 1 and 2 era, but it's definitely above the other two albums, like I said, Educated Horses and the Venomous Rat Regeneration Vendor. So if you like the Rat Regeneration Vendor, pick this up. That's for sure. As for my regular kind of breakdown of the guitar and the drums and the bass and all that jazz, Rob Zombie as usual. Just the guitar just kind of has that crazy, rocky, bombastic thing going on. It's very pronounced. It's a very guitar-oriented album, and just riffs galore. Not in every song, but like throughout the entire album, there's just a bunch of crazy, catchy riffs. The bass in it just kind of fills in the background, keeps up with the percussions, part of the songs and stuff like that. The drums keep a nice, steady, like solid beat for every song. If you got a subwoofer on, you'll notice it. You'll notice those drums kicking in. So if you're just wanting business as usual type stuff for Rob Zombie, pick this up. It's you're not going to complain too much if you liked the last album. Just don't expect Hellbilly Deluxe Part 2 or Part 1. And don't expect Sinister Urge Part 2, because that's not what this is. This is simply the next evolution of Venomous Rat Regeneration Vendor with a couple new, tricks and a slightly new sound. It's more trippy, and definitely has a few new things that he's added to it. I'm still trying to figure out what a couple of things he's using in there is. And I mean, like, he has like psychedelic elements where there's some interesting keyboard parts and some like background ambient noise that's going on. I don't mean like ambient noise like black metal. I mean just things that you really have to listen for. I would definitely recommend checking this out on a really good home stereo system or on some really good headphones, like stereo headphones that cover your entire ear so you can listen to everything that's going on. Maybe I'll enjoy this a little more once I give it a few more listens. I had it on repeat once I got home, threw it on twice, 3 times, and then I'm like, okay. I got rid of the instrumentals and the intro and listened to it all again without those in there. And it seemed to have gotten better each time I listened to it. But then I didn't want to like wear it out. I didn't want to get like bored of it and be like, okay, this is like the 5th time now listening to it on repeat. So I'll give it a bit. I'll listen to it again tomorrow sometime. And yeah, it might grow on me a little more. It might get up to the level of the Sinister Urge, but I doubt it. I'm still waiting for Hellbilly Deluxe 3. That would be amazing if he could pull that off. But yeah, so anyways, I'm Jesse Slammerella, and I did buy this album. Go check out the Electric Warlock, Acid Witch, Satanic Orgy, Celebration Dispenser. Cheers, my friends. Stay sick.